Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Angry Rican Show. I am your host, Jose, and today we're going to continue talking about the 2020 presidential race. It's getting heated, it's getting interesting, and I'm seeing a whole lot of fuckery going on. And I'm interested to see how you guys feel about what I'm about to show you. So, let's get started. According to the mainstream media, and when I say mainstream media, we're talking about your CNN, your MSNBC, your Fox News, the news outlets that you see on TV, and even a lot of the print magazines and the newspapers and that kind of stuff. The mainstream stuff, not your alternative media, like your YouTube channels or any of that stuff, or some of the other web pages. Um, Basically, what's happening is every outlet that you look at, Trump is losing. Not only is he losing, but he's losing by like a large margin. Now the polls and the race is supposedly starting to get a little closer, but I feel like it shouldn't be close at all. Like something's not quite clicking. You know what I mean? What I see with my eyes and what I hear and the people and just everything, I'm not seeing what the news media is telling us. I'm sorry, what the news media is telling us. Watching a lot of Joe Biden videos kind of makes me talk like Joe Biden, uh, which which is no bueno at all. Anywho, so I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. We were talking about the election. We're talking about Biden, and she keeps telling me that she thinks Biden is gonna win. And I'm asking her, well, why do you think Biden is gonna win? And she tells me, well, that's what everybody keeps saying. Well, she listens to the mainstream media. She's not into digging information or anything like that. So she's what we call a low information voter, which is most people out there. Not everybody does what I do and what other people like me do, or just people that like politics and they really dig into and make a rational decision. So based on the media, Trump is losing. Not only is he losing, but he's losing by a lot, and he's losing in key states. Now, this is where this is where I get a little confused, and the what the media is telling me and what I'm seeing is not clicking. It's just not clicking. It's just that there's a disconnect there, and my logical mind is calling bullshit. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So I was talking to her and I said, listen, I don't know any Biden fans. Now I know some people that they're not gonna vote at all. They just like fuck it. I don't like none of them. Biden fucking is old. He sucks. I'm not doing it. Trump is an asshole. I don't like him. Uh, he's racist. All that bullshit. Because they brainwashed everybody to believe that this man is racist, even though he's clearly not. Um, so I told her, I said, listen, well, I watch the Joe Biden videos and I go on the Joe Biden YouTube page and I listen to his speeches because that's what you have to do. And it's a treasure. It's a treasure trove of gaffes and just shit that make you go, huh? The fuck did he just say? You don't get that with Trump. At least Trump speaks normal. He speaks everyday people language. You understand what he's saying? He doesn't. He tells you what he's gonna do, how he's gonna do it. But anywho, that's besides the point. So I told her, I said, listen, I haven't been able to find any Biden fans. So she said, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch a lot of stuff, and I like to go to the comments. And the comments, it's a good indication as to who's winning, or I don't know if it's an indication of who's winning, but I feel like I get a better gauge. Like it makes more sense to me, right? So check this out. I keep looking to the side because that's where my monitor is. So um so I said, listen, let me show you something, which I'm gonna show you guys now. I have to do this for now because they've been deleting, well, not deleting, but they've been disabling the comments. Okay, so check this out. um you know what, let's do this. Let's take a look at it in the bigger screen so you guys can read what I'm talking about. So this is uh 17 hours ago, right? Joe Biden had a campaign for Joe Biden over in Georgia. Now, why is she campaigning for him and he's not? So where the fuck is Joe? So how is it that she can go and campaign, but he can't? Because he literally just like 8 days before the election, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm putting a lid on it." And then he shows up just randomly yesterday for a press, and then as soon as they ask him about packing the court, his handlers were like, "Fucking mobile, you can't ask him that question." So check this out. So here's what I want to show you. So Joe Biden has 429 subscribers. I'm sorry, 429,000 subscribers, which is pathetic compared to Donald Trump's, which has a couple million, or at least 1.5 or some ridiculous amount. So I'm looking at this now. A lot of the videos that they've posted, they used to leave the comments on, but all the comments are literally pro-Trump. So I'm having a hard time finding these so-called Biden voters. So how is it possible that Joe Biden is winning by the amount of margin that they're saying that he's winning, when in his own YouTube page you can't find supporters for him and no one is watching? You got YouTubers talking about dumb shit that will get way more than 41,000 views. So check this out. So just look at these real quick. So then Joe Biden doesn't want 4 more years of George Lopez, because Biden had a gaffe the other day and he was like, something, oh, we can't have 4 more years of George. And then his wife, and I'm going to show you that video in a little bit too. And you can hear her going, Trump, it's Trump, Trump. Well, not hear her, but you can see her lips moving and she's trying to correct him. There's something seriously wrong with this man. And anybody who can see him and listen to him talk and sits there and be like, oh, this is a person whose acuity is just on point. You're living in La La Land. You're living in an alternate reality, and it makes no fucking sense to me. But this is the world we live in these days. So look at some of these comments. When nobody shows up to your rally, so you cry for a few minutes and have a black guy speak because it's literally your only leverage. When I actually find a Biden video that doesn't have comment disabled, so because they've been disabled in all the comments, so because he's getting ratio, like it's horrible. I've seen, there's so many of them, but this is his page. I'm not showing you someone else's fucking YouTube. I'm showing you Joe Biden's YouTube. Look at this. At this point, I believe the YouTube like to dislike ratio over the polls. At one away, he said climate reduction. How can you reduce the climate? LOL. Joey can't even finish the race. He has his wife fighting his fights in round 12. This is pathetic. Joey's old. He should retire. If you haven't been arrested by me or Kamala, then you ain't black. Joe, 1994 crime bill. Happy birthday, Hillary Rodham the Ham Clinton, the notorious ACB has been confirmed. Yeah, Amy Coney Barrett. Liberals are losing their minds over that. It's hilarious, I think. Should have told Ginsburg to retire, but you guys didn't do that. So there you go. That's what happens. Zara, I'm confused. Is she running now? Cause he's, where the fuck is Biden? Biden is supposed to be there, not her. So how is this even a thing? Where's the big guy? And that's the big guy's a reference to the Hunter Biden emails. Okay. If you haven't been arrested, oh, I already did that one. Where's Joe? Joe Biden is hiding like a coward, scared to explain those credible emails and witness that say Joe Biden was directly involved in his son's business deals with Russia, Ukraine, and China. And now that story's been censored. So, and that clearly tells you that you can't trust the mainstream media. Where is Biden? If he can't get out and campaign, how can he lead the country? Good fucking point. How the hell are you going to have somebody leading the country? Now, being a president is very, very hard. It's a lot of work, and you can see that by Trump. Trump is hitting 2 to 3 cities a day. Let me tell you something, guys. So we'll get back to this in a second. Listen, Trump has been hitting 2 to 3 cities a day. On top of that, he brokered the Israel and Sudan. I'm saying that wrong. Sudan, yeah, the Sudan peace treaty over in the Middle East, right? He did that while campaigning. So he went to a campaign, was like, okay, let's make a quick little stop, let's do some work, got that done, okay? Peace in the Middle East is slowly getting there. Then He does 2 events yesterday. Still has enough time to fly back to Washington, confirm confirm the Supreme Court justice, do a couple of interviews, and then he's back at it again. Joe Biden put a lid on his campaign 8 days before the election. Does that look like a person who's winning to you? He just gonna give up? Or maybe he thinks that he's gonna win no matter what because of something that I'm about to show you. And I hope that you guys stick around to see this. And I'm sure you've seen it, but we're gonna talk about it because this is very important and it's scary. So let's go back and just keep reading some of these real quick, and then we'll move on to something. So look at these. Vote. Who is Biden running against? George W. Bush, Abraham Lincoln. He's running for the Senate. I mean, this is a joke, guys. I am an undecided voter. Well, was undecided. I came to the conclusion Joe's mental state disqualifies him to be president. He can't remember the name of his opponents. First is with Mitt Romney. Now it's Trump. I'm sorry, but I have to vote. I have to vote Trump. Joe will be vulnerable for foreign influence under his deteriorating mental state and his illegal business dealings with Ukraine and China. I mean, this person is on point. This is on Joe Biden's YouTube page, people. Please, man, stop drinking that mainstream media Kool-Aid, man, because this is not adding up at all. At all, this is not adding up. We kind of want to hear from, Joe. Exactly, because Joe is MIA. He's missing in action. Joe, face the music. Vote Trump. I want to be alive after a car wreck. Joe will beat George if he has the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud, this is interesting. We're going to talk about this. So check this out, right? So I think I've hammered this point already, showing you the ratio that's happening here. Obviously, no one's voting for Joe Biden. I'm not seeing them, and if anything, and people are voting for Kamala Harris, and she's a fucking train wreck. So I want to show you guys this, and I'm sure you've looked it up already, or you've seen it. If not, well, here it is. So I'm under the assumption, right, that Trump is gonna pretty much have the same voters, if not more, than what he had in 2016 against Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton, to me, was a better candidate. She wasn't a good candidate, but she was a little better. At least she was coherent. When she spoke, you understood her words. And whether you liked her policies or not, at least she had some policies. So we're talking about. So let's talk about enthusiasm, right? Hillary had far more enthusiasm than Joe Biden did, and I will show you. So this is a Hillary Clinton. All right. So this is a Hillary Clinton campaign rally. All right. Now this is 3 years ago, whatever.
Opponent disagrees with.
So we're just
and whenever I talk about affordable child care.
Yeah, no, we don't care. No, we're going to skip that. We don't care basically what she's saying. But what I'm trying to show you here is look at all these people, right? Look at all these people in a Hillary Clinton rally. Now, Hillary Clinton wasn't that likable, but she has some movement. She has some excitement behind her. Okay? But now you look at fucking Joe Biden, he has no excitement at all. Nobody shows up to his rallies. This is insane to me. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here. Let me show you something. Let me come down here real quick and let me look at John Talks, okay? So John Talks, he's been posting a lot of clips of Joe Biden and all the gaffes and stuff like that. And the other day he had literally 500,000 views on one video within a few seconds. Like it was insane. So look at this. This is all John Talks, right? John Talks. He just look at all these clips of him like just all the Joe Biden gaffes. Well, the biggest one that so I want to show you something, a comparison. Where the hell was it? The one that he did. So this is one right here. where Joe Biden is pissed off because literally there is more people outside in a Trump rally than there is in his rally. So let's take a quick look see here. I don't want to do this damn commercial. Let's take a look.
I appreciate you being safe. What we don't want to do is become super spreaders.
A few minutes later.
Look, there's so many of you here. I wish I could go to car and meet you all. And by the way, we don't do things like those chumps out there with a microphone are doing, the Trump guys. It's about decency. I'll work as hard for those who don't support me as those who do, including those chumps with the microphone out there. Look.
All right, so I think you've seen enough of that, but you get the gist, right? There's nobody there. This is an angry man who I don't even know how the fuck he's supposedly winning in the polls. How the fuck is he winning? I mean, this guy's horrible. I mean, if you compare a Biden rally versus a Trump rally versus a Hillary Clinton rally, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, just look at this real quick. Let me show you this one. Let's show you this one real quick, okay? Let's go ahead and show you this one. As these little commercials go by, we'll show you. You know, we're doing this on a low budget, so we're doing it live. I don't got time to edit. Very Pennsylvania, look at that.
You have over 355 proud plumbers, pipe fitters, and more behind me.
This is sad, folks. This is really, really, really sad.
I also want to thank Rick for sharing his story with us today. You know, he thinks you'll forget. Well, he picked the wrong guy.
This is pathetic. There is hardly anyone there.
Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with
because nobody will show up.
People with
That's true. Nobody shows up to his
okay,
rallies.
all right. In any case,
You gotta admit, Trump is funny as fuck. All right, so I think I've proven my point beyond the shadow of a doubt that something is off here. But then again, this is the last thing I'm gonna show you, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up, call it a day, and I'll leave you with that until the next one. So, John Talks, I love him. He did something here. So supposedly he's winning. I'm not sure how, because as you can see, Hillary Clinton had thousands of people show up to her rallies. Trump has thousands upon thousands of people showing up to his rallies, and Joe Biden has nobody. I mean, he has a few people. Hell, even Barack Obama ain't got nobody. Nobody's showing up, not even for him. You remember when he first ran? He had thousands of people, just like Donald Trump. It was like the greatest thing in the fucking world, right? Nobody shows up now. Nobody. You can just look, just go online and find it. Now, of course, you gotta do some digging because they're suppressing this shit, and and they're not gonna recommend you these videos because they're hiding it. But this is fucking pathetic. But I think I think Joe is gonna explain to us how and why he's winning. So let's cue Mr. Joe Biden's accidental confession. Okay, I don't know if this was a gaffe. I'm not really sure what he was trying to say, but how do you fuck this up? Just listen to what he had to say. This is the only rational explanation that I can come up with of how he's winning. It has to be fraud. Something's not adding up here. So let Joe tell you his damn self. Oh shit.
And you guys.
Sorry about that. Let's go back. I forgot I muted.
We're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Hold on. Joe was supposed to say voter fraud prevention organization. Is that so?
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
I want to tell you about an investigation that's underway into alleged voter fraud in DuPage County, with several suspected cases having been caught by the county clerk's office.
WGN's Brona Tumulty is joining us now with more details. Brona.
That's right, 9 cases in total are or have been under investigation, and those involved applications being sent in for mail-in ballots, except the people requesting them had already passed away.
So tell me, folks, this is the only logical explanation. Something funky is happening here. How the fuck does dead people request ballots? Make that make sense to me. Okay? It is known, and is very, very known, that Democrats, usually have a lot of dead people and pets turn out. There's already been news articles that pets have been receiving ballots. So the only logical explanation for Biden to be winning, it's a couple. I'm gonna say it's one or two things. Either he's telling the truth in that particular clip, and he's created the largest fraud organization, voter fraud organization in the world, where they're gonna steal the election. The other thing that can be happening is that the dead people are voting, and animals. So something's not adding up. Something's just not adding up, and I think there's either voter fraud. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of voter fraud going on, because there is no way in hell you can look at Joe Biden and you can look at Donald Trump and you can listen to them speak, and you're gonna tell me that Joe Biden is all there. He's damn near geriatric. He needs to be in a nursing home. He needs to be retired, man. He's already been in politics for 47 years. The man's pushing 80. What are we doing here, folks? What the fuck are we doing here? Like, not for a second do I believe that the American people is genuinely that fucking stupid, that because you dislike Trump so much, because you don't like, it's not his policies that you don't like, it's the personality, it's the man himself that you don't like. Fuck the man. Fuck Trump. His policy is what matters. And just, look at this. Look at his running mate, guys. Come on, man. I'm like Joe Biden says, come on, man. Come on. It's impossible. It's not possible. Dude, we are in the twilight zone, man. 2020 is the twilight zone, bro. We are in alternative reality. What you see is not what you actually see. And according to the news, Joe Biden is winning. They're doing the Jedi mind trick. No, you're not seeing thousands of people at Trump rally. No, that's actually Biden rallies. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing all these thousands of people. They're actually in Biden. They're not Trump. Not Trump. No. Trump is not winning. Nope, impossible. Biden has an extensive lead. It's great. And his running mate, it's amazing. I mean, I'm going to show you this one just for the fuck of it. This is about a week. Come on. This is his running mate. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Let me show you, sir. This.
Look at what my... What's up, Florida?
Look at this.
Orlando! Oh, look at what my eyes behold. I had to come here on the kickoff of early voting in Florida because y'all are going to make it happen. You will make it happen. All right. There is so much on the ballot in 2020. Justice is on the ballot in 2020. Economic justice is on the ballot in 2020. Climate justice is on the ballot in 2020. Healthcare justice is on.
All right, I'm not going to torture you guys with this fucking woman's voice. But what the fuck is wrong with Harris over here, Kamala Harris? She is the cringiest of the cringiest. I mean, this woman is, she's unbearable. It's hard to listen to her. Like, seriously. And she's not even black. What the fuck is this about? We're voting for Kamala Harris because she's black. Nigga, she's not black. She's not black. And the N-word, my bad, yo. It just slipped because, you know, I'm from the hood. I tried not to. It's kind of hard. My bad. My apologies. I do apologize out there, bro. But your boy's from the hood. So, you know how we talk. Jesus Christ, bro. You're kidding me, man. This is the craziest thing in the world. This woman is not black, bro. She's not black. She's not black. She's half Indian, half Jamaican. I guess the Jamaican part would be the black part, but she's not an African American, man. Like in the sense, you know what I'm saying? Like what we know as your typical black American. That's not it. Okay? She's full of shit. She's cringy as fuck. I don't know anybody that likes her. She was she imprisoned shitload of fucking innocent people over drug charges. Hell, she even imprisoned parents if their kids missed the school bus and didn't go to school. I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. And you telling me, and you go sit there, day in and day out, at the news meeting, and you telling me that Trump is losing. The only possible way that Trump is losing is if there's fraud. You can't pee on me and tell me it's raining. You can't tell me that I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. I can't find a thread that's positive for Joe Biden. Everything is negative. Even the people that are going to vote for Joe Biden don't really want to vote for Joe Biden. They just don't want to vote for Trump, and they got to vote for somebody because, unfortunately, in this country, we have a two-party system. We have other parties, but they're irrelevant. You got the Republicans or the Democrats. There's not really anyone else to choose from. And these are the people that we have to choose. Are we going to choose Biden or are we going to choose Trump? Even if I didn't like Trump, how the fuck am I going to vote for a person who's well past their prime? And you can look at a Joe Biden presidential speech when he first ran for president versus one now. Though they're not the same people. Those are two different people. Joe Biden was sharp as a motherfucker. Joe Biden was slick as shit. Look at him now. He fumbles on his words, can't remember people, gets angry, has no energy, is not really campaigning. I mean, this dude took 4 days off before the election. All in the meantime, Trump was hitting 2, 3, 4 cities. Trump is a workhorse. This guy doesn't even work. How the fuck are you going to vote for somebody who doesn't even have the energy to go out and campaign and fight for my vote. Joe Biden, you want my vote. Dude, you got to show up to work. Running for president is a job. You're running for president, bro. You're trying to become the next president of the United States. We expect you to be working day in and day out. You can't even work 5 days straight during the campaign trail, and I'm supposed to believe that you're the best thing for America. Say what you want to say about Trump. That's fine. You don't have to like Trump. That's cool. I'm okay with that. That's fine. You don't gotta like him. But don't sit there and bullshit me and bamboozle me and tell me that Joe Biden would be a better choice, because the man is clearly not all there. He's seen better days, and the only place he's going, unfortunately, is the grave. Okay, he has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let's not sit here and pretend like we're fucking children over here. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic here. This man's not going to make 4 years. And if he does make 4 years, it's not going to be the most productive 4 years. And you're going to be looking at Kamala Harris as your next president of the United States without anyone ever voting for her to become president. This is going to be a clusterfuck. I really, 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 really hope that Trump supporters and we go out there in masses. I mean, I'm talking about even if millions of dead people voted, that we have so many people that will just override all the fraudulent votes cast by the Democrats, because this is crazy. I mean, for me personally, if Joe Biden becomes president, I'm gonna have a successful YouTube page, because there's gonna be a whole lot of content to talk about. Because there's gonna be gaffes after gaffes, and it's gonna be a fucking clusterfuck of the next 4 years when it comes to the president. But Jesus Christ, guys, what are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here? This is not logical. This makes no sense to me. Something's not right here. So I'm pretty sure it's fraud. I don't believe that Biden is gonna win. I really don't. But in the event that he does win, it's bullshit. And if he does win, we're fucked, guys. We're fucked. Republicans are never going to win again. They're going to pack the courts. They're going to get rid of the filibusters. They're going to make probably Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. a state so they can get more congressional seats. Freedom of speech is pretty much dead. And you can see that from the Hunter Biden shit being censored. YouTube channels like myself, we're not going to exist. We're going to have to go somewhere else, BitChute or anywhere else. I mean, this is not good. This is not good for America at all. Trump is bombastic. He might be a bit of an asshole. He talks and he says things off the cuff. But at the end of the day, man, at least the man is sharp. At least the man has the energy to campaign 2-3 cities a day, while Joe Biden is God knows where, in his basement. That's what he said. He's in his basement. I have no idea where he is, but this is bullshit. The media is bullshitting you. And if you believe what the media said, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're a fucking moron. With that said, peace the fuck out. I'm out. Morazocas. Laters.